Why are tough conversations in the workplace so important in the drive to boost inclusion and diversity?
I think it's really important to remember that policies, procedures, and practice have a role. But if we really haven't brought people with us, people are culture. And so those conversations, and they are tough sometimes, are important because you can't just drop this as a policy from the top and hope that it lands. That these are conversations where we really need to hear where people are. And that is both thinking of our majority as well as our underrepresented people. I think too often when we start on this journey of inclusion, diversity, and belonging, it's easy to jump in doing things to and for people, not with people. So we talk about conversations because we have to listen as well as talk, and we need to engage with people where they really are. And we need to be ready to learn. There's good news. What we heard from the report is how much buy-in there is already on place. And you know, what we did, our report really just looks at our members. So I joke about, I make no apologies for preaching to the choir. I've got an awesome choir and they're all determined to sing even better. But we needed to know what was happening outside that tent. So we worked with a partner, a test, to think about and did a survey of middle managers within tech. All right, this is the one when I hear people say, if it's going to break, that's where it's going to break. What was really, really good was 73% of employees at that level actually approved of their company's D&I efforts. That's fantastic. But we want to hear why that's happening. And we need to remember 27% don't. And we need to understand that. We need to understand how we can bring them on. And interestingly, there's still, although 80% thought that these were necessary, these D&I issues, it did say 40% said they thought they had a good impact, which meant 60% not sure. When we dug into that more, 20%, 1 in 5 thought they could be counterproductive. Now, what I hear from my companies, that tough conversation, why? What's not working, is where you get the real meat of what we need to be tackling and working on. And I say tough because it's uncomfortable, all right? And it's uncomfortable on both sides. For a lot of us, and you know, I've lived here 30 years, and I'm very British in that sense of we don't like awkward conversations. We'd much prefer to talk about the weather than to talk about really what are your problems in this space? Why are you uncomfortable? And so what we heard was 22% said they would have concerns about raising that D&I issue. 14% of men said they were uncomfortable to bring that up. That's where we have to lean in. That's the space where we need to be there to have those conversations, to create the psychological safety, to talk about what we're really thinking and feeling, to have our facts, our figures, our reasons ready to engage people and bring them on. Because if we don't get that right, we're just going to have people trying to game the system or looking for holes, or there is that pushback.